it's funny you say that. We had to like switch to wireless cables because, dude, people have been just
by necessity.
We did the Eat the Gun cover, and that was just Diego's like breaking point. Like we did that like at Pomona, like this alley, and like, dude, everyone was just hitting like stuff.
My amp was about to fall over.
Yeah, it was just it was all that. So we were like, dude, let's just get wireless cables so we can like, you know, have some space.
Real quick before we start, I just wanted to mention that we do these podcast recordings live on Twitch. It's kind of a cool way for you guys to be a part of the conversation, as well as, you know, see the behind the scenes and the uncut versions of these episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribing, leaving a comment, liking the video, all that stuff goes a long way. Same goes for leaving a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We have a striving community on Discord if you want to chat with other like-minded deathcore enjoyers, as well as just staying up to date with everything that's going on with the podcast. Last but not least, if you want to support the podcast, I'll be leaving a link down in the description wherever you are watching or listening on how you can do so, as well as links to everything else that I just talked about. With that out of the way, enjoy this episode. Welcome to the Brutality Podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Yan. And today, we are joined by the newcomers to the scene, to this MySpace revival thing, Leo and Diego. How the fuck are y'all doing?
We're doing good. Doing good.
Hell yeah! Thank you guys so much for taking the time to do this and being here with us. I'm really excited to get into In Which Divides Us, the new EP you guys just dropped. You guys got some shows coming up, all this stuff. Yeah. So Yan, do you mind just taking it away for 1 second while I fix their camera and we'll start from there.
It will be. You know how easy it is for me to talk, right? Like, it's never a problem for me to talk.
I knew I could count on you.
That's all I'm doing. Like, I was talking about Magic the Gathering before that. So your EP, like, it's people who knows me know that, like, as much as I love deathcore, that's all I'm talking about all week. So usually I listen to other stuff, right? Like pop punk music, Blink, Linkin Park, whatever. When I heard your EP, it's one, you guys and I Saw God, like these two projects are my favorite in the entire world right now. Like, I was hooked in 5 seconds. Like, Dom knows my taste, right? Like, we're good friends. So, like, he sent the EP and he's like, just listen, trust me. I'm like, okay. Clicked, 5 seconds. I'm like, okay. And your EP is like on repeat. You really killed everything. There's not a single thing I don't like about it. It's just top tier. So...
Yeah, guys, talk to us a little bit about, I guess the beginning of the band. Let's start there. Like, how did you guys initially meet? How did the band start? I want to hear about all that, because you guys are quite a few members, and we were talking off stream. You guys don't go to the same school, stuff like that. Because Oh, wait. Elephant in the room. How old are y'all?
Dude, I'm 17.
I'm 17 as well.
Like, the oldest member in our band is like 17, and the youngest is like 15. So we're young.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Well, talk to us about how the band started, because, like I said, you guys aren't from the same school. So was it from going to shows? What was the inspo there?
Dude, so we had I first met our other guitarist, Jagger. And I was just like, yo, dude, you want to like start like a project or something? He was like, yeah, I'm down. And, you know, after like going through some, troubles with like other members, past members and stuff, we like finally like just locked it in with, like his like friends from school, like Diego and like, our other members. And it is like, it was good chemistry. Yeah.
And then but then how did you guys actually meet? Like, you guys were you two friends before that, and then you guys kind of both kind of found
it was more Jagger.
Yeah, so the homie Jagger kind of put us all together. Yeah, I was friends with Jagger for like years, And like freshman year, we started playing guitar, and then I kind of showed everyone more metal, more deathcore, just putting everyone on.
Okay, showing the people what's up.
Yeah, and then Leo, everyone, they just fell in love with this deathcore stuff. And
Yeah.
What were some of the bands you were showing them? I'm curious, like what your inspo was, I guess, with what were you fucking with that you were showing people that they were resonating with?
Dude, Diego showed me Job for a Cowboy.
Job for a Cowboy, Between the Buried and Me, The Contortionist, After the Burial, Meshuggah.
Okay.
Just like heavy, genty bands. Just fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then where were you finding these bands? Was this like, did you have someone else showing you that? Was it just like through YouTube? Like what was...
My older cousin, he's like probably 30 now, but he grew up listening to that music. My people. Yeah. Like he grew up in the OG MySpace days, putting me on, teaching me like 7-string stuff, told me to get, he taught me a lot of like the guitar stuff that I know. So it was just passed on from me.
Hey, I mean that's a good. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's fine. I was just like, what I'm really curious about is how it went at first, right? Like you want to start this thing, you start like, did it was kind of everything clicked right away? The chemistry, like how you write together. Like I'm just curious to know when you started doing music, like how it went.
Yeah, was it deathcore from the start? Like was that the sound you guys early? Like okay.
No.
What was it?
When we started, it was more just like regular metalcore, like. You could even call it mathcore, but I wouldn't even call it mathcore.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fun at first. We started playing like in the garage, like garage shows, and that was really fun because people actually came out. And then we started playing like further shows out in like backyards. And then our actually first like big kind of show was in a backyard with a reverend. Like all these big, sick, heavy bands, and that was like, whoa, we gotta be heavier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we convinced our guitarist to get a 7-string. And then it was just game over from then.
So you guys were able to see some of the revival bands kind of like firsthand, playing shows with them and just seeing that energy and that vibe that like connected with you guys. You guys were like, okay, this is what we need to be doing type thing.
Definitely.
Yeah. It was, and like all the dudes, like all the revival dudes, like Reverend, they're just so chill. Like we're like, they helped us out mixing and recording the EP.
Oh.
Noah, and it was super fun going like to the crib and just like chilling with them. It was like an experience.
So it must feel amazing for you guys to be like straight. Like, does it feel like you're being super welcomed in the scene like right away? Because it sounds like that, right?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, everyone in the scene is super nice. They're always welcoming.
Yeah,
I want to know something, by the way. Like, I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, but like the artwork is so sick. I just want to know how it went to like as a decision. Like,
to sustain the goat, my man.
Yeah,
it's so sick. It's one of my favorite artwork like ever. Like, can you get? I don't know how it started. Where's the idea? I need to know.
So originally we were like scrambling, trying to find like a good like cover art for it. And Jagger, our other guitarist, he was gonna do it, but he was like, dude, like I'm staying up too late. I can't do this. Like we need to like pay somebody. And we're like, all right, let's just look around. And then we found the dude on because he did Victim Blame's cover. And we were like, let's drop some money, let's invest. And so we did that.
Yeah, because it's important, right? Like, I mean, as much as like an artwork, like it should represent your, like it plays in your head. Like people don't realize. I think it's not conscious for most people. They just listen to something, but like it does matter, especially if you like it and it's on repeat. It's kind of cooler if it's you enjoy it and it represents the music. I think you guys did a great job. Like same thing for the logo, or was it someone else, like your band logo?
The logo is different. Logo is one of the homies from Your Knife My Back. They helped us out cooking us like a lot of logos. Like shout out Baron.
You guys have a ton of logos. I feel like every flyer I see has a different logo for you guys.
It's Baron. It's Baron. He's the goat. He's super chill. But yeah, he's been making us a lot of like logos and stuff.
I love the logo. Like side tangent. Like I love the logo he did for his band with the remix, the Her Demise My Rise logo with the knife instead of the diamond. That's a cool a cool remix I found.
Yeah, that was it.
I'm seeing in chat. I just want to point it out. People are like figuring out rides to ride share to your next show and stuff like that. Shit's crazy right now, man. I had to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I'd be also curious to know about like your personal influences, because I'm guessing you maybe you guys have different I'm talking like as an artist, like your position in the band. Like it would be cool to hear. Maybe it's the same band you mentioned before, but it's
any vocal inspiration, like vocalist inspirations or guitarist specific inspirations, maybe.
You want to go first?
I mean, yeah, like I said, just cool like prog metal bands. Like I got really into like the technical stuff, technical death metal, like the Faceless. The Faceless is so good. Between the Bird and Me, like just top 5 bands right there. Like they're so good. Mm-hmm. The guitarist, like every band member in each of those bands, perfect. Just like
do you go back to some of the to more so some of the earlier albums from those bands you mentioned, or it's kind of just all of it?
Well, I feel like I like listening to like albums like how it was before, like CDs, just front to back albums. So I just like listening to every album. I love all their stuff, but the older stuff from all those bands are like where it started.
Dude, because like early Faceless was something else, but even between the Buried and Me, I'd say like Alaska isn't like the earliest stuff they did, but Alaska is really fucking good.
But I think the Silent Circus, that's like all our favorites.
Yeah.
But that's like for me, because me and Leo, we do most of the writing, if not like all of it. But that's my inspiration.
Cool. Yeah. I'd love to get into the writing process, but I want to hear Leo first. What are some of your inspirations?
So I think a really big like inspo, like especially like stage presence wise, is Boz from Jerome. I think his like dude, like seeing him just like the heavy like buff shit, like I love that. And then like
I see that in you. That's funny you say that, because like looking at live videos, I can totally see it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
And then like early Mitch Lunker, like Family Guy demo era. I love like that shit. That shit is awesome. And I think the first vocalist for Her Demise My Rise, Cam, I like his stuff too. I think I like take his stuff into account when I like try to like do vocals and stuff. Yeah,
dude, those are great influences. Like I was low-key hoping to hear something about Mitch around there, but like it's so cool, because before the podcast we were talking about like your stage presence and everything, and it's you guys are nailing the music, but I feel like you're also nailing like the craziness of the live performances. And to me, I would say it's one of the most, if not the most important thing, it's the most important stuff, because that's the reason why people are not so much on their phone and they're paying attention to what you're doing. Like if you look at your shows, people are going crazy, right? Like it's they're just like, they don't care about anything else. It's the moment, and it's not, I want to commend you guys on that, because it's not something easy. A lot of people are trying to do that and they don't. So it's awesome to see your videos and to see that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. We had to like switch to wireless cables because, dude, people have been just
by necessity.
We did the Eat the Gun cover, and that was just Diego's like breaking point. Like we did that like at Pomona, like this alley, and like, dude, everyone was just hitting like stuff.
My amp was about to fall over.
Yeah, it was just it was all bad. So we were like, dude, let's just get wireless cables so we can like, you know, have some space. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's a pretty good sign. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm curious to know also, like, if you, like, when you dropped this, were you expecting kind of a big hype, or it was like a big surprise for you guys to see how everybody jumped on it? Like,
I don't know. I wasn't like expecting this much. Like I would have never have expected like, on like a podcast, Brutality podcast. I would never expect that from this.
Never.
But
Yeah. You say that like this is a big thing or whatever.
no,
You know,
dude, it is.
we're just two
Sweet.
dudes in our 30s. We're just two white dudes doing a podcast. You know?
Yeah.
No, like, yeah, this is like super big for us because personally, like, we just have fun with it. Like, it's just fun to do it, and like, we personally just wanted to make the music just for us because we liked it and our friends liked it, which was chill. And we just wanted our friends and us to just like really enjoy it, and then that was it.
Yeah.
It's cool that everybody likes it though.
Except for like Austin, because Austin's our drummer, and he's never done metal drumming at all. He's a jazz drummer for like school.
Yeah.
So he played like jazz.
There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
There's no way, because that dude is a beast. Dude, he goes
Austin.
fast, man. For someone who wasn't a
Dude.
metal drummer.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. He's chill.
whoa, okay, because we were talking about that earlier. It's like, as much as you can be good within the band, like, it's a necessity to have a crazy drummer. Like, you kind
Yeah.
of, you need that to do deathcore. Like, if you don't, you're going to be, you know, that's the reason why sometimes you see a band and they switch their drummers after like an album or something. Like, as soon as you want to really get into brutal deathcore like you guys are doing, you need someone who goes crazy. I would have never expected in my life, never thought that he had no experience before and he was in jazz and stuff like that. That being said, he's probably a very good musician. Like, if he's in jazz and everything, like,
He at least takes it seriously. Yeah.
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 You know, he does. Yeah. He got like
Yeah.
sheet music for like our songs and stuff. Like, funny.
Because people hear jazz and they think it's simple, but like, actually people doing jazz, like, it's very technical and precise and difficult to do. So I'm not, I'm sure he's like full of talent, but it's still a complete different style.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wild, crazy.
Yeah.
It's
What pushed him to want to do metal if that wasn't what he was doing before?
This guy pushed him.
Oh yeah, basically. Because when we started jamming, we were into like more Norma Jean hardcore stuff. Because he was pretty familiar with like playing punk music, hardcore music, and then hearing like deathcore live was just like. It snapped in both of us. Like, we have to start writing more breakdowns, more zero chugs, heavy. Yeah, just like getting him more used to like the genre. And then he just eventually fell in love with it because we all liked it. And then it just grew on everybody.
Yeah.
And not to go too much into like because I love talking about the musical process and everything. Like, vocal wise, I'm just curious to know how it went in terms of like, did it take you like a long time? Was it fairly quick? Was it difficult to figure out which part goes where and everything? Like, I'm very interested. Like, we're both vocalists as well, so that part is extremely interesting to us.
So how I got into like Lowe's and stuff was not too long ago. Jagger, our guitarist, who's like, there's this like guy in my school who's like crazy at Lowe's and like crazy like metal vocals, and I was like, oh really? I got kind of like jealous a little bit, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see like how I can do. And then I went on YouTube and I looked up how to do like inhales and pixels, and I saw your video like how to do it, and I was just like dragging a concrete brick, like that stuff, like that's what helped me, and like that helped me a lot. And I put it in perspective.
That's crazy.
That just made me very happy, like extremely happy to hear that. Hell yeah.
But people always ask me like, oh, how do you do this stuff? And I just send you a video. I was like, yeah, just watch this video, and like that's like what helped me. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's so wild, dude. Because like when I did that, I was like, because I'm getting so much hate for doing NLs, you know what I mean? Which I couldn't care less, right? Like one of my favorite thing is Waking the Cadaver. I don't know if you guys enjoy Waking the Cadaver, but like he's doing NLs the whole freaking time, and I was just like, it's different, right? Like
Yeah.
because nowadays you hear all those amazing vocalists, and don't get me wrong, they're great. You know, if we talk about Will or they're amazing, but if everybody's doing the same techniques after a while, like I love personally sounding completely different, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like in Els it's just like a different avenue, and with your music it fits perfectly. I think that's what when he sent me your EP.
I said, here, this is what I said. I said, Yen, listen to this. I timestamped a breakdown. I said, listen to this big fat bass boost, and it's got inhales in the breakdowns. He's like, okay, you got me.
No, I was hooked instantly. I'm like, I heard that, and I was already like, there's no chance that I don't enjoy the whole thing. There's no chance that I hear that and I don't enjoy the whole thing. So, I was curious to know, but it makes sense, dude. Like it's, but my video didn't expect that at all. That you ever watched that.
Yan won't be shutting up about this one. I'm going to be hearing a lot about that one for sure.
Definitely. First of all, I never shut up, period. But now I have like a big reason to talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit, because you guys are two vocalists, right? So talk to us a bit about the dynamic, I guess, between you and the other vocalists, and maybe how you guys separate like parts and maybe different vocal techniques, or like how does that go? Because we'll touch on songwriting after that, but I guess what the general approach is for having two vocalists.
So Tanoch is our other vocalist. Dude, his vocals are crazy. He's like always had crazy vocals, always, and like this, like the whole like deathcore sound just came like pretty fast to him. So it's pretty much like what we listen to a lot. So like it's honestly just like kind of random. We don't really have like a set like you do this, I do that. It's just like what we feel, and like we'll just like jam it out, try it, and if it sounds good, we're like, let's just do it. Or I'll be like, I'll do like lows right here, you do the highs, or like we'll layer this, and he's like, so
I'm so glad you're talking about that, because like I swear, I don't know about you, but like we can hear how natural it is on the album, and how that's why I wanted to ask a question about the whole process, because it seems natural and just fun. Like it doesn't nothing seems forced. And something that I appreciated also was you can tell when a vocalist is just, I wouldn't say like trying too much, but like just pushing for pushing. It feels like you guys are actually feeling the parts, you know what I mean? Like just getting into it. Like I felt kind of a live energy thing. And I wanted to ask, like, do you put yourself in this mindset? Like, do you go like if you were kind of performing live? Because that's what I feel when I hear your vocals.
Dude, that's no, it was like I'm not even gonna lie, like I hadn't even like heard any like this, like the songs that Diego had written yet. Like, I had not heard it. Wow. It was in the moment, and I was like, he was playing it, and I was like, run that back, and then I just did it. And then,
Dude, you're a natural. You said you're 16, right? 17? I'm
17.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 17, you sound like that, dude. Like, we're going to see you in the, like, my next top vocalist thing. You're going to be, like, next to, like, freaking Phil from Whitechapel and all those dudes. Dude, it's awesome. I didn't talk to them about the vocals specifically, but I'm guessing you felt the same way, right? The vocals are just like, it's very difficult nowadays to do vocals that's memorable and stands out. Seriously, it's a huge challenge, because we heard so much stuff, and you guys did it. You know, it's super sick. Do you feel a bit of pressure, maybe, seeing that it went so well and people are just like super hyped? Do you feel a little bit of that pressure doing new music?
Yeah, but then we do like a live show, and I'm just like fuck it, let's just like, I don't even care, let's just fucking be as heavy as possible and just like fuck shit up. So that's like, it just goes away after that.
By the way, one of my first reflex when I heard your music, because I'm talking a lot with I'm gonna mispronounce it because I'm mispronouncing everything, but I Saw God, I don't know to pronounce their name, but I told them, I'm like, please play with those guys, please do a show with those guys. It would fit so freaking well, like you know, in the video I made, right, featuring you guys in the top, I'm like, some people wrote this needs to be a lineup. I was
Yeah,
like,
I saw
well,
that.
that makes sense, you know, that
Yeah.
that would be sick. Do you have like a dream show you would like to I know it's early to ask that, but do you have kind of an idea of the perfect blend?
Yeah,
in
what's
your-
the dream tour, the dream
Yeah.
show?
Oh, dude. I think.
Let me add a caveat. It can be bands that don't exist anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like it can kind of be whatever. Let's assume that any of these bands would be down to do a reunion.
Dude, that's a hard one. I think, like, for sure, Reverent, like, go on tour with them would be so sick. And, like, I think, dude, Girls of Glass for sure. It's so good. And, like, for, like, bands that don't exist anymore, like, you know, like, broke up, dude, that's a hard one. I don't even know.
It's a difficult
Like,
question, to be
Float
fair.
Face Down.
Float face
Yeah.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah. I think that would be, like, insane. And Hurt 'Em As I Rise. But, you know, that's, yeah.
Dude, I heard him as my rise. Like we can, I don't know if you guys know that, but in our community we have Jake, you know, who was like, you know, the whole time with Heard Him as my rise. But like in the early days, you know, with Straight in Your Throat and everything, like I think you mentioned it was one of your influences, and I think I could be wrong, but like it's one of the first time we hear, you know, him specifically as an influence, and it's
Yeah.
awesome to hear. You know, I know Jake's
Yeah.
gonna listen to that. He's gonna be like, oh shit, what?
Like, don't get me wrong, I like Coco's vocals, but
Yeah.
dude, cans are just like fucking insane, and they're actually hometown heroes. They're we're from Rancho Cucamonga.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's so
yeah,
sick.
when I learned that, I was like, I felt more in love. It was so sick.
But it makes sense too, because you guys are doing like very raw deathcore, right? And you enjoy the rawness. Like as much as Coco was amazing, like they kind of moved on in a different style, which was a little more metalcore maybe. So it makes sense that you prefer like the original like deathcore rawness. It's nothing against Coco; he's sick, but it's just
Yeah.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That I hear, you know, the gang chants, you know, and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like you can hear the that kind of influence kind of come in. That's super cool, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
and by the way, just want to say that before we move on, it was so difficult for me to pick apart in your EP to feature in the video, because I was like, this one would be great. Oh shit, yeah, but this one should be. I was like, I don't know what to pick at that point, because you had like slower parts that would fit, and I don't know, this specific breakdown, I was like, it's so sick. Like it's a mushing breakdown. Like I'm starting the video with that.
Yeah.
Like fuck it. But I just wanted to say on the record that picking something out of that EP was just like, I think I was hesitating between like 5, 6, 7 things. I was like, okay, just pick something already. Like do other videos,
Yeah.
worst case, you know. Sorry,
yeah.
Dom. I know you were about
No,
to.
you're good. But yeah, we keep alluding to it. I would love to dig into writing process, because you kind of alluded to the fact that you hadn't heard any of the songs that Diego had wrote
That's
up
crazy.
before, you know, doing the vocals on them and stuff like that. I guess Diego, maybe like how do you go about writing songs? Is it mostly you like by yourself? Is there any like jam sessions or anything like that? Like how does it all come together, I guess?
Well, usually it's just me writing out riffs on like Logic,
Okay.
right? And then like mapping out like all the songs, and then I can like show the drummer, and then our boy
Do you
Austin
program like basic drums on it too, or it's just
Uh,
guitars?
yeah, drums with it, like all the parts, and then
Mhm.
show Austin. And then once we have like all the instrumentals down, how we like it, like change up parts. Usually I'll get like a foundation, or Jagger and Austin will have something, and then we'll just come later and then I'll add to it, or
Too much process.
Yeah, but then when do the vocals come into the picture? It's
Yeah.
like once all the instrumentals
so
are done.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And then Leo decides like what he wants to do with it,
Yeah, I just
because I kind of like whatever he does.
yeah. Diego was like, do whatever, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, all right, and I just heard it, and like I told the notes, I was like, right here, you're gonna do this part, and I'll do this part, and then like the breakdown will come together, and he's like, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty chill.
do you
That's
guys
wild.
record that like pre-production, or is the vocals done kind of like in the studio at that point?
In the studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then tell me. Oh, go ahead, Yen.
No, but you can. I think I've asked like 15 questions in a row, so you can go. It's okay.
No, what I'll do, I'd be curious at that point. You go into the studio with Noah. So you guys go to his. Do you guys re-record everything at that point, or guitars are recorded well enough that you kind of use those? How does that go? Is it live drums?
Sometimes they're live, sometimes they're like MIDI. It depends like how hard the part is.
Yeah.
But, usually
so on the EP, there's a mix of both. Some of it's live and some of it isn't.
No, for the EP it was all written out MIDI, but
sounds
I did
great for MIDI.
Yeah. Thank you.
Noah's the goat.
Yeah, Noah's the goat.
Noah's the goat. Noah has sauce.
He made it sound like perfect, and I did it all beforehand, and then emailed him all the MIDI.
Yeah. So then how long are you guys in the studio at that point to do what's left of it? What's left to do, like when you guys are at the studio? Just vocals at that point, and he does the mixing and stuff afterwards?
We did vocals, guitar, and the mixing there. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys track guitars there as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
cool.
3 days.
3 days to do the whole EP?
Yeah.
I'm also curious to know if you guys had a hard time picking what would be on the EP. Like, did you have a lot of extra material, or was kind of what you came up with and you're like, that's it?
I think. Wait, you want this one? I don't even know. We had.
Well, kind of, because like I have like a lot of material that I just like write and then just see if we like it, see if it fits. But like those were like the main songs we had structured out and started with. So we wanted to like start with that, put our first songs out there.
Yeah.
So it basically felt right. Like when you put it together, you're like, that's our EP. Okay, it makes sense. And then I have a question. I feel like both of your answers are going to be maybe the same, maybe different. But like, do you have a personal favorite that it's like that's my song on the EP, or do you like the entire thing kind of the same?
I know his answer. I know what you should say.
Mine's the whole EP because like like every riff on that is just like my blood, sweat, and tears.
Yep.
Like
Makes sense.
that's like my favorite EP that'll just always be there.
I get why. So fair answer. And for you, do you have a?
That one's hard. I want to say like, I think like our favorite song to do like live for sure is "See Into My Eyes."
Yeah,
because that one's like it has like just like the half the song is just like the breakdown and like
the
like,
chanting to the breakdown.
And, like, being able to like headbang while he's in the breakdowns, no vocals, just like presence. It's like that one's pretty fun. And then I think "Third Year in America" is my like favorite one. Like his like sweeping, where it's like I like that one. That one's funny and that one's cool. I like that one.
You have something that you wrote and you recorded that was kind of a challenge live, or you were super comfortable? Like, is there like something you wrote that you were like, okay, that's pretty tricky to do, or just like as a band? I'm curious.
I don't know. I feel like adding like that one solo or something, like adding sweep picking or anything like crazy like that, I feel like people don't really like either like it or not used to it, or like I fucked it up or like whatever,
That's
true.
Convinced that's all in your head though. I wasn't there live, but I'm sure a lot of people kind of feel that way, and then you ask the crowd and nobody really noticed,
Yeah.
But I think you have a point though. Like for most people, they go live because I feel like a big part of your audience, sure, are going to be there for the music and stuff, but there's also, you know what it is, you have also friends that are there because they're hanging out and they're just like, so these people are just like, they want to hear like the crazy bouncy breakdown stuff and whatever. So when you go on, I feel like it's more specific, like a solo or something. It's like there's a few people are gonna be, oh, that's pretty cool, but I don't think people are paying attention. That note was, it's just like it's an energy thing, and people are just like,
maybe now that the EP's out and people know it by heart, maybe maybe it changes.
I think a challenge for me was like the whole like almost like everything, because like I said, it was like on the spot and we didn't like really jam it that much. So sometimes I'll like forget parts, or like I'll just like say something from like the other like another song, and just like yeah. But like now I have like locked in. But like the first couple of times we played the songs, like it was a little tricky.
Well, wait,
Yeah, and
because there's also I'm just realizing too. Like when did you guys record this? The EP.
September 1st.
You guys played shows before then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the vocals weren't written yet.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of our I don't know, like I should say this, but like a lot of like vocal wise, like when we like play shows and stuff, it's like sometimes improv, and like I just like say random stuff, and then just
That's
like
cool. That's fine. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's just funny because I'm realizing it now, right? But I think either way, right? Especially before music's actually recorded, like people don't know the song, so
Yeah.
no one would know anyways. But it also kind of gives you a chance to feel it out and to see what works live, what doesn't work. Like, oh, maybe this part was cool, I'm gonna remember that. Like, there's all the trial and error that happens from jamming and or playing shows and stuff. But it is funny to know that, you know, there were a few select shows that, you know, kind of just doing whatever.
yeah,
Just going
like,
crazy.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
I think like up until the EP, like our songs like had lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like besides the covers we did, like it was like me and Chinook would just say like just random shit. We would just say like whatever like we're angry about or something. But yeah, that's pretty much like
Feeling the vibe. Just
feeling the vibe. So yeah,
That's real.
Just a good old pig squeals with no lyrics, anyways. You know?
yeah, just like whatever. We like felt like it.
that's something that we only can do with heavy music. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah.
I feel it could be maybe awkward if you're doing an acoustic performance and you're singing about your cat, and then the song is completely changed. It might not work. But like, let's be honest. If you hear pig squeals and like high pitched vocals, like, even if you listen to deathcore every single day in your life, good luck going live and understanding every single, like, I mean, I don't even, I'm hearing deathcore every day a lot, and I couldn't tell you like so I'm sure like most people didn't even notice, like they just thought it was cool, and you did a great job. So
Like sometimes people, go on.
No, go for it.
Dude, like sometimes like people would like grab the mic on like certain songs, and I was like, dude, there's no lyrics on here. Like, they would just be like go with me, like it's like something random, like whatever they perceived it to be, like the last show, like on recording or something. But like, yeah, like there's no lyrics. I'm like got the mic.
Feeling it.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay, we got to talk about for all the hatred you have towards us, the spelling of the title.
Dude. It was like 4 a.m. I was like tired, and like I'd never like uploaded on DistroKid. I was like worried that like it would take like a whole week, and that day it was like a week from then it would like upload. So I was just like I was like fuck, dude, I gotta like, and I had to do everything, like all like the credits and everything, and like it was like one word, and like everyone was so mad at me. They're like, dude, like like we're gonna look stupid. Like I was like, it's one word, it's fine. But yeah, it was just I was tired, and I didn't even notice it.
Look, for what it's worth, it's like you can't change it now. Like that's my opinion. Like even if you had the capacity to change it, I would leave it. Like I feel like it's part of the lore now. It's a part of the band. Like it's
yeah.
It would be weird to see it fixed, I think.
Yeah. That was a bad one.
I mean, merch would even work for that matter.
Diego's looking at you with disappointment right now. But
Yeah.
It's so funny because that's the thing that you're always kind of worried about, right? Like you're about to post something and you check 20 times and you're like, and it's kind of something that don't happen really often, but you're scared that would happen. But like you did it, right? So I agree, by the way, it's part of the lore. I would keep it personally.
Yeah.
At this point, but that's
That's funny, man. What did I have here? Okay, so there's like, we were talking about getting inspiration from Unk, you know, in terms of getting into some of these old bands and stuff. But I've seen you guys sport some old school t-shirts, some relics from the past.
Yeah.
Where does that come in? Are you guys paying extra money on Depop? Like where are you guys hunting these t-shirts? I seen the Stay Brutal, like the gold foil and this sort of stuff.
Saul, yeah. Dude, most of my merch comes from Saul or Mercari, or like just like reselling like apps and stuff. I just like try to find like the cheapest shit. But yeah, because like a lot of this deathcore merch is so expensive for like no reason. But yeah, it's like it's insane. Like the prices are like crazy. But for whatever.
What's the most you spent on an old t-shirt? I'm curious.
The most I spent was on an Evergreen Terrace shirt, and it was like $65, like plus tax. And I was like, and that's cheap. That's cheap considering it's Evergreen Terrace. Yeah. But yeah. Like the most I was about to spend was like probably like 70 on like the Suicide Silence tee I wanted really bad, but I was like, nah, I'm sorry.
It's crazy. These t-shirts wouldn't sell for fucking $20, $15 back in the day, you know? So it's like, and none of that money goes to bands anymore either, right? So it's just like, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, it's wild. I was on, I looked often on eBay because I really want the Chelsea Grin EP. I really wanted, but like they didn't make a lot. And like I found one and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not. Like, I think it was $400. I was
I've seen them in that range. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I want it, but do I want it that much? Like, it's $400. I understand why, rarity and whatever. Like, I get it. But like, personally, I kind of draw the line when I'm like, well, yeah, I'm a nerd. So like with $400, there's a lot of things you can do in your setups and everything. Maybe one day. But yeah, sometimes it goes really, really high, and it's not the only one. Like I've seen like for sometimes like the Doom EP from Job for a Cowboy, stuff like that. Like it's especially the t-shirts from that release. Like if it goes back, it's crazy. It's wild. Like $200.
Yeah. T-shirts, so they sold like 50 of them, and half of them are shrunk now or have holes in them, and they're super faded, So it's like the ones that remain that are in some sort of a good condition, there's like very few of them. So it's like, I get it, but it's crazy. It's crazy that sort of stuff is selling for a lot, because probably even like 10 years ago, it would have just went to Salvation Army, it would have just been like in the dumps, or given to the homeless or something. So it's crazy to see them selling for like $90 now a t-shirt.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely, like we keep talking about that, but we would have never, like back in the MySpace days, like none of us would have expected that like in 2024 we would even see that music coming back, because like it's really tasteful, like you guys you're not like ripping off something that existed. Like you're creating your thing, but you just like it's crazy to me that you got the vibe even if you were not around back in the days. Like you're nailing completely the era that we grew up in and that we felt, right? Like we were not even aware of it back then, but like it was crazy. And for you guys to have that perspective and make it your own at freaking 17, it's like I'm at 17 I was attempting to do breakdowns, and I'm really saying like attempting to do breakdowns on a guitar, and it was horrible, like terrible. So I'm really excited to see what, not to put pressure, but what you guys are going to come up with, and after that. Can I ask, by the way, if you already got ideas, or I know you just released and everything, but are you already kind of stoked to work on new things?
Oh yeah. We're actually Diego's like brother band. We have a brother band, and it's like to the T. It's very like similar to what we do with IDBDU. It's called Kip Dynamite.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've seen the name.
Yeah, super sick guys. And sometimes the members will like join in on like Which Divides Us, like certain shows and stuff. Like the drummer Alex, he's the one that like insane double kicks are just so like loud and fat. and like Saul's like vocals who hop on with me too, and be like really good. But I think we're planning to do an EP, right?
Yeah, we're coming out with another EP.
Kind of like a split, like both bands have songs on the thing, or kind of like as a collective, like all of you guys together.
Just solo, keep Dynamite, and then we eventually want to get a split out later with us together. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
cool. That's awesome.
That'd be insane.
Speaking of like like 2-band stuff, I've been seeing a lot of the scene do like versus sets. And like I'm a boomer, and I don't even get what it is. Can you guys enlighten us? What are these versus sets in the live setting? Like it's like 2 bands facing each other. Like what's going on?
I think it's like an excuse for people to like kill set time, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. In what way?
Like if one band has like 12 minutes of music, and then the other band has the same, it's like one full set.
Yeah,
basically.
But they both set up kind of like side by side, and they just trade off playing like one song, like back and forth type thing.
Yeah, supposed to be. And we actually like they're all like pretty like calm and chill. But then we did a battle of the bands, and that's been like. That's like when the versus sets became like real versus sets, because like this is like this is like yeah, it was that one was a fun one. Yeah. We lost, but we did lose first round. But
okay.
Wow. Okay.
That one was still like a crazy one. That was insane. And that's where it felt like this is like a versus set, and like
How did that one work specifically? Because there was a bracket, right? So you would like both play like a few songs, and then people would vote on the winner. How'd the voting work, and then how did it go into the rest of the brackets? You guys would set up again a second time to face off against someone else.
They had it like coded, the like promoter. He had it like all like set up with that like bracket A, B, A, whatever, and like whoever would win, we get like moved to them those brackets. But lost track.
I mean, like how would a band win? I guess is there by a show of hands, or like people chanting, or like how does voting go?
There was a QR code,
yeah,
and like kids would scan it after the set. But like no one voted
because like people's phones were dying. It was like it was dying. It was like people were leaving. And, like I think like out of the like 200 people like that were left in there, like maybe like 12 of them voted out of for both bands, and like we lost by like 3 votes or like whatever. It was insane.
I can promise you that if you would do that today, it would go differently. I can promise you that right now with the hype and everything. Like I was looking at the chat, and people are like, "It's crazy they didn't win." But like as you said, it's a context thing. Obviously, if people are not like, if there's 12 votes, I mean, it doesn't even count like losing. Like it's just
And then how did you move on to the next round? Like you would move your drum kit out of the way, then someone else would do their versus set, and then you would come back when it was your bracket. Like is that like?
I think the drums like backline, so the drums are just there. Like
okay.
Yeah, and then like whatever, like the drummer has to put different symbols or whatever. That only took like 5 minutes. Like while the voting was getting counted, I guess like
switching it over. Okay. It was like a simple setup for everyone.
Yeah,
that's cool. Huh? It's just crazy because I see these like versus sets kind of pop up in your guys' scene a lot as of late, and I never really understood like what it was. Like obviously I saw that battle the band stuff, but I didn't even fully know that was a versus. Those were all versus sets. That's like a pretty intense and long day of shows, I assume.
that was crazy. Yeah, like we woke up. We got like our best like outfits. We were like, Saul got into his Stay Brutal shirt. We are like, we're gonna do this, and then we lost.
we were supposed to play the drum cover too. That was like the first time we were gonna play it.
Like Secret Weapon.
Yeah. You would have pulled it out in the later rounds. Oh shit. So
they're lost.
So we're talking about like the versus sets and stuff, but you guys play like backyards, like there's like skate
so
park
sick.
shows, like the alley show you guys did not too long ago. Like,
Okay, that was, I mean,
yeah,
the alley, it was
fucking
crazy.
insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
So talk to us, and I'm seeing some of the upcoming shows, like there's the barber shop, you know, and then there's the other backyard show with like 13 bands. You know, it's like all these crazy fucking scenarios, right? So how is it for you guys? Like, I'm curious, like, do you have anything like a favorite type of venue in those like weird venues or weird places? Like how, I don't know, how is it playing like those shows? Because there's always a massive amount of kids. Like all these shows seem to be like popping off. Like how is that for you guys playing live in these kind of settings?
Yeah, I think one we hate are like backyard shows with like the dirt. Oh my god, dude, it's such an issue with dirt. It's like especially being in like Southern California, we have a lot of dirt backyards here, and it's just like so awful because like the next day you wake up coughing up dirt, or like all the equipment is like dusty and it's like a hassle. But like as for favorite stuffs, I think ones with like stages, you know, like something with like we can like stand on, because that's like helps Diego get away from like, you know, people like hitting him in the face and like knocking over his chords, and like it's just cool to be on a stage because like I feel kind of like badass like on a stage. I feel like yeah, I don't know, it feels cool like that. But
I'd say like shout out to all the promoters and stuff who put all the shows together, like Cody, Brooke, like everyone who puts all the shows together. It's like sick. They get all the big lineups and
crazy venues.
Yeah, they managed to get like random spots, and it's just so fun.
How does the alley even work? Like that alley show looked insane. Just from like a noise perspective, like you guys are in the middle of the city, like you're like people can hear you guys down the street. Like how?
It's like a
Fast and Furious style. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it'd be at the edge of it for like the sound can go like that way, whatever. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
it was like an unused area, so like legally we could be there till a certain time and be like noisy.
Yeah, it's chill. But we're actually playing there again. Well, not that alley, but like the alley literally like right next to it. We're playing Brutal Extravaganza. It's with like
that one's got like 14 bands, right? It's like that's the crazy lineup I've seen.
Like Victim Blamed.
Yes.
The old Her Demise My Rise drummers, like new band.
Reverence on there as well.
Reverence, yeah. It's just like hella bands and stuff. Alan's gonna be a good one. Alan's gonna be fun. But yeah, that's in the alley. So I'm like curious to see how that's gonna like play out with like, you know, the chords and shit.
Yeah, and then how does it just go for like you know, like loitering and this sort of stuff, or for like the alleyway? Like technically, like sure, it's legal, but like are people pissed off walking by? Like you know, are people respectful? Like how?
Probably more scared than pissed off, I would say.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's
they're usually like chill. Yeah. Like they're like September's last show was like in an alley, and that was like really put together like professionally. The last one we played, there weren't too many there wasn't anything bad happening. We weren't like bothering anyone. The noise was like not too bad because there was also a festival going on, so we kind of got lucky with that.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys were just joining in.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's in a nice area. It's like it's like a crazy like Batman alley. It's like not goth shit. It's like it's like the downtown Pomona, so it's like a art district kind of thing. So it's like very like you know, modern sometimes. Yeah,
sure. It's already got like festivals and stuff all the time. Probably.
Yeah.
If you live there, you're expected to have noise going on. You know, type thing.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the coolest thing I've seen. Like, if I'm honest, like I've seen like backyard shows are cool. All these things are cool. Even houses shows can be cool. But like an alley, I would have never thought of that personally as a venue, like as a place to play. So when I saw it and people were going like insane, like if you look at the crowd and everything, like it wasn't just like, oh, it's an alley and people are everybody was going crazy. It was even for you, it must have been amazing
Yeah.
to perform, you know?
Yeah,
No.
Diego was getting his shit rocked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
maybe except that. Maybe except that.
Dude, everyone was like turning off my distortion, and it was all bad.
But we had our first show there at that same alley. Like our very first show there,
Yeah.
like back in like April.
That was before I joined the band.
Yeah, that was before Diego did. And then,
Okay.
like I said, we were like mixing members. It would
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
But yeah, after that show, like it got a little rough. But then we came up with Diego. He had to join back, and we're just like, dude, fucking open arms, bro. Come on, And then playing there recently, like from the amount of people we had the first time to like now was like crazy, and like
Right, just seeing the difference in
Yeah.
attendance, just that alone.
yeah, people actually showing up. Like we opened the first time and we headlined the time coming back. So that was cool. That was like I was like nice.
That's a win for sure. Like that's I mean, it's a good indicator of like, like it's
Yeah.
going well. It's
Yeah.
it's a cool thing. I have a big question. I'm just curious to know, because you said like you're doing all of this, because you have fun and it's cool and everything. If you had the opportunity, let's say like you have a good opportunity and it's like you can go all in and the big tours and stuff. Is it something that, is it on your radar? Like maybe we would go like full time and do that thing, or you want to keep it as just like, no, we're having fun together, or maybe you didn't even think about it. I'm just curious.
It's like kind of hard because we're like in school.
Yeah,
So,
that's why
like,
I'm curious. Yeah, okay.
We're still in high school, but if it like ever came to like that and people were like they really want us to like go on tour, and like we had like a like a wanting people out
Yeah.
there, then I can see us like attempting trying it out. But yeah, till then just fucking hit the books.
It's difficult also because you never know. There's so many factors coming in, right? Like, are you done with school? Like
Yeah.
what's the opportunity? Does that make sense? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Like, does it make sense for us to go? But I felt like it's an important question because it's like, seeing the hype that you guys are having like right off the bat and everybody's welcoming you and you're like, like with all due respect, you're super young and it's like, it doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? Like it feels like you have experience and stuff. So I'm asking because it could, you know what I mean? Like it definitely could happen. Like it's not impossible at all. Like it's very possible. So
Well, I think a lot of these bands, that we keep mentioning, the Victim Blames, the Reverence, and like this, there's a big hype with the scene in general, right? So it's like, it's just crazy to me because I feel like even just those bands, like bands like you guys in this scene touring together, just that, there's like so much hype around it, right? Like it doesn't even need to be like, oh, we're going out with this big band. Like you guys would like pack rooms just with like these newer bands. It's so cool. It's really cool to see.
No, it's insane, and you could even maybe create an alley tour. You're touring the alleys everywhere,
just the alleys
Yeah,
everywhere.
that'd be fun.
every single place.
I think we are going. We might. It was like in the talks. We were like, it was like some of the members of Victim Blame like asked us, like, when are we gonna go to Texas? And then we were like, dude, let us know. And they're like, yeah, like we'll let you know. And like hopefully we can get some crazy shit down in Texas. That'd be dope. Yeah,
Right. I mean, that the whole scene is kind of like Cali, Texas, Florida, right? So it's not like the largest stretch because people also, you'll say go on tour. Tour doesn't have to be a full US tour either, right?
yeah.
It can be a week down south, and then drive straight back. Like it doesn't need to be something crazy either, but there's definitely, I think right now specifically, like a big opportunity for these, like there's these pockets of scenes with a lot of people going to these shows. Like you look at the shows in Florida and they're super similar to like South Florida specifically. You've got these crazy shows in these random fucking venues, same kind of thing as Cali, right? So it's like there's like something to do there for sure. And Texas is the same as well. So y'all gotta make something happen for sure.
Yeah, we'll try.
I'm just gonna say it too. Like, imagine a tour like that would be like you guys, I Saw Girl of Glass, like all these like Victim Blames, everything. There's no way it wouldn't be sold out on the day. Like no freaking way that a tour like that would be announced and it would like I could see it being absolutely sold out everywhere, insane, and quickly. I feel like it would be announced and people would be like, I'm not freaking missing it. It's like, I can see it, you know, it would make sense, you know, like we see it in the video I did. I mean, it does. It's just, it's so sick. Each band had their own thing also, right? Like, I don't know if you guys feel like that. Like, it feels like each band has their specific Girl of Glass. It's one thing, Victim Bling. Like each of you guys have your own thing, which is important because sometimes you see a resurgence like that and it's kind of all in the same, it doesn't hit the same way, I feel like. So
yeah,
it's super important. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna ask, straight edge seems to be a big thing in your guys' scene too. Is that like, I'm curious, like, is that just more so for like creating rules for like, you know, no drinking and stuff at a venue and that sort of thing, or there's just a big straight edge scene at where you guys are?
Yeah, well,
I feel like the straight edge thing is like for just to keep it safer at like shows and stuff. Yeah. I mean, you might see other people doing it here and there, but a lot of bands just like to keep it straight edge.
Yeah.
All right.
Where is it coded saying it's for minors, too many kids getting too drunk? I guess maybe there is something to that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it does actually make sense because it's very rare that, you know, alcohol make people more intelligent. It's usually the opposite. So every single show I would go, right, people would mosh. I would go in the pit. It would be great.
There's always that one drunk ass fucking dude.
One
getting into a fight. Always one.
He's always giant. He's losing his shirt for some reason. He's too tall, too big, and he's just trying to hit people for absolutely no reason. Every single time I was like, there he is. That's the time. Are you guys comfortable? Because I would like to ask like more. I'm just curious like about your other passion outside of music. Could be gaming. Like for us, for example, we're both nerds. You know, I'm into animes and shit like that. But like, I'm just curious like if you have outside of music like passions that you enjoy doing.
Diego's all guitar all the time.
It can't be only music. It's fine.
I used to, I still do a little bit, but I train like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Oh.
And my dad does it with me. It's pretty cool. And, but like other than that, my life is pretty much music. And if it's not like death metal music, it's like post-rock or like other kinds of music I want to get into and just write other projects for.
Yeah.
That's awesome. By the way, your dad is awesome. Just want to put it on the record, you know, while we're here.
Thank you.
I think my like stuff outside of the music shit is like clothes. Like I like shopping for like shit. I'm a big clothes dude. I love shopping for fuck clothes. That and like before like the whole band shit and I had more time, I was like I got into Muay Thai. So that was So
both of y'all can fuck people up.
Yeah.
People stepping on the distortion pedal are in for a whooping soon.
Okay.
You touch it one more time, buddy.
For everyone listening to this, if you're at a battle of the band, make them win because you might get in trouble after. So I'm just gonna put it out.
Yeah.
No, but it's cool. It's cool though. It's like I consider like as much as it's considered like as a sport and everything, I see it more as an art. Like it's so like it requires so much discipline and it's so freaking respectful and stuff. Like because people outside of martial art, like they hear that and they picture it just like the violence, but it goes beyond that. It's about discipline, respect, and everything. Even when you fight, it's about respecting your opponent, right? Like 100%. It's about so it's there's a lot of benefits that people might not know outside of you can fight and you could be like one of the first thing they tell you is don't get into a street fight. It's one of the first things you learn. It's don't because you can have the best training in the world. If the person is unpredictable and like everybody lose in a street, you know, in a street fight. in most cases. So as opposed to what people think when you say you're doing martial, they're like, oh, okay, you're fighting. It's the opposite of that. It's a discipline. You fight within, but everybody's on the same page of like, I don't want to get into a fight, you know? So
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think it's awesome.
You guys game at all?
I get.
He games a lot.
So someone got a Fortnite ad joining the stream here. So what do you guys got? What do you game, Leo?
Dude, I try to like buy like games with my friends. Like my friend has been trying to get me to get Warhammer and the new Warhammer that just came out, but I got super money for that. But mainly I just play like, dude, like this game called Squad. It's like a military simulator. It's just like it's just fun. Yeah, like I like that shit. It's just fun to me.
What you say? It's a military like simulator. It's kind of like a top down, like you're like commanding like a bunch of troops, or it's more you're a single person thing.
Like it's like a first person shooter shit. It's like like COD.
It looks
like
sick. It looks super sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking tight. It's like you get into it and shit. It's fun.
It's something you nerd out about, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm curious, is there a lot of people playing in games and stuff? I'm just curious about that. I don't know how big the community is. Is there a lot of people?
For Squad?
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, people take that shit like super serious. Like, because a lot of it's like, some of them like a lot of like veterans and shit, and like they'll like just like be total like asses sometimes. There's like commanding shit like I know what they're fucking talking about. Like I was in the military. Like, I'm just trying to play the game, dude. But yeah.
Yeah, some people it's their entire life too. That there's this type of person that it's like you're losing the game and his entire existence depend on it, and they're literally yelling at you like if you would be at war. Like it's the same yelling, and you're like, "Can you relax, dude? Like it's fine. You're gonna be okay." I saw that in competitive games like CS:GO. You know what I mean? Like games that people are just like they cannot lose, you know, like you do one mistake and they're like yelling. It's pretty crazy. So I can see that. That's cool, man.
Dude, I don't know, Yan, if you had any other questions, but I think we covered a lot of stuff here. I don't know if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, or anything deathcore, or anything we're talking outside of deathcore too. I don't know. What's the vibe, Yan?
Well, first, before saying it, we need to have you guys back in the future. I just want to say that, like, first of all, the conversation is sick. I know you guys are going to do tons of music, and I'm not just saying it, like, I'm extremely stoked for what you're, like, I'm not saying that to every guest because it might seem like that, but like, I'm actually listening to your EP on a daily basis. So like, we're both listening to it on a daily basis. So we would love to have you back.
Well, so we've got someone who asked earlier, and this kind of brings up something else actually. Are we getting a No Pity for a Coward cover is the question. But then I want to ask about actually Eat the Gun and the choice to cover that song specifically.
Dude, well, now that they're coming back, no, I don't think we're going to cover Eat the Gun anymore. But yeah, no, our last time was at the Alley. That was the last time we said we were going to cover Eat the Gun. People were like, people were kind of hating on it. They're like, dude, everyone covers Eat the Gun. And there's like, all right.
But like, also, who cares what people say?
Yeah.
True.
Amen.
No, that's the spirit, for real.
But we don't want to like overplay it. So
yeah, we'll be doing more. I think we're doing After the Burial cover.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are going big dick. Like, hey, like, you guys got some learning to do.
I was like,
show off the guitar chops here.
Yeah. Fingers like daggers.
Yeah.
That one.
Hell yeah, that's sick.
That'll be a fun one.
the old school shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. But as you said, like Jerome are coming back, but like they're so chill that like when they see covers, like they just think it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
They've been sharing the covers and stuff. Yeah.
They just think it's awesome, you know, like even like them coming back is like super, they're all kind of humbled by it. Like they didn't expect people to, because Jerome is so impactful, you know what I mean? Like a lot of 100%. Like they didn't drop a lot of music, but the impact they had still now, like you still listen to those songs, they're great. It could be dropped right now. I would be about it. Like it's that insane.
Yeah.
So you guys, you know, covering to me it just fits well, you know, especially doing shows in places like you did. The complete spirit was there, you know. The video for Eat the Gun was in a freaking I don't know, like a gym, like it was same level as people, so it makes sense, you know.
Yeah, I don't. If you guys were playing a show with Jerome,
that would,
that'd be weird, you know.
Yeah, it would be sick to see you guys play with Jerome. By the way, that would be insane.
Oh, we want to so bad. That'd be sick.
That's the dream.
It's a dream.
Hey, we've actually got some people asking questions in chat. We could kind of riff off of some of these guys in chat. If you guys have anything you guys want to ask, we can kind of maybe rapid fire some stuff before we log off here. We've got
Good
Eddie.
idea.
Eddie's asking favorite deathcore song at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't even say song. I would say album.
Sure.
Or EP, like the Victim Blame. They're like second EP or something. I've been listening to that like on repeat recently. It's so good.
Sick.
I think right now for me, fucking the Contortionist, Invalidation Waves. They're like the OG deathcore shit. I've been from this guy put me on, but I've been getting that one.
That's on Shapeshifter, right? That's like the red cover. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That album is so sick, man.
So good.
It's crazy how like it's funny because you were talking about like Diego was talking about enjoying a lot of the more kind of like genty kind of stuff, and Contortionist like went full on like prog, right? Like into their later albums. Yeah. But that early stuff, I think a lot of people don't even really know about that album. About Shapeshifter, and some of that stuff was gnarly, dude. It was such a good deathcore record, but it was eclectic. It was more than just deathcore, but the breakdowns were super, like they were deathcore breakdowns, like for sure, you know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had another like forgotten EP. It was like right after the Apparition EP. It was like before Exoplanet. Yeah, and it was like so good. I mean, they have a lot of underground music that they never put out, but I still like their new prog stuff.
It's different for sure. I mean, it's like, you know, at that point, it's just, do you enjoy that kind of music or not, right? It's just it'd be weird to expect everyone to like both, but I mean, obviously people do. So, okay, we got what tuning are you guys in?
We play like in A flat. The EP's in A flat, but sometimes we play in like A or
standard or dropped.
Drop A flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nintendo Core question is.
Oh cool. Yeah. Are you into any subgenres in like Nintendo Core and synth, atmospheric, or more old school deathcore? Because I guess like deathcore back then had like a bunch of like other. You know, you would have like I Set My Friends on Fire that would like kind of like people who dug deathcore that was also kind of on the fringe of it. There was like the cyber grind like wave and Nintendo Core and stuff like that. Do you guys fuck with any of that sort of stuff?
I fuck with cyber grind. I like We Can't Broken Teeth. I fuck with them. They're fucking good. And 100 Dead Rabbits. Like I don't listen to that much, but their one song, like their intro, that shit's really good. Like the Here We Go, that shit's fire. But I think we wanted to get into synth, but like more like synth shit for our stuff, like in-person synth shit.
Okay, that could be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get like a solid keyboardist probably.
Okay,
hopefully.
Please, guys, it's really important that the keyboardist is the one moving the most, getting crazy the most. I just want to say that. It's very important that he goes crazy.
That's literally the person's role. That's what they have to do.
Very important. It's one of my favorite thing in the world. Like you look at the band and like he has like, or she like one hand and just like going absolutely insane. It's the best thing ever. It's amazing. I could see that, dude. Like, how different would it be to hear like some freaking gnarly inhales with like over a breakdown, and you've got some synth? Like that would be sick, dude. Like that would be amazing.
We got someone asking about 7 Day Battle. What's this all about?
That was You tell them that was the band.
That was like our first band that we had with everyone together when we were just like figuring out members and shit.
Okay.
That has members from Kip Dynamite. So it was like that was like early on, and then we all went our separate ways for Which Divides Us and Kip Dynamite, but we're still like a brother band. But yeah. It stems from 7 Day Battle. Yeah, it was
okay.
Yeah.
Was that this year too, or is that like even before that?
No, it was this year. Yeah, it was 2024.
Okay.
January. Yeah, around there.
Okay. I had another one. Oh, a question for Leo. What was his favorite band back in 2022? I'm assuming there's an insight or something here.
Yeah, like since 2022, I was more into like screamo shit. So I was I really liked like female fronted screamo, like fucking like The Assistant, fucking Everyone Asks About You, shit like that. I was fucking with that heavy, and like I was going to more like screamo shows at that time. Yeah.
Is there a big screamo scene like in the kind of revival space right now in Cali specifically?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's the whole screamo shit. I feel like it's kind of like led to this whole deathcore revival type of thing. Yeah. It's gotten more heavier since like the beginning of it.
Yeah, that's cool because I know it's kind of like that down in South Florida and stuff as well. But I didn't hear about it for Cali specifically. So that's actually cool.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a cool question. What's your guys' favorite logo or logo styles? Like can be metal, deathcore, metalcore, whatever.
Dude, where are you gonna go?
I like all of them.
Like all of them, dude.
Logos are sick. Period.
They're all unique, but at least like I could read it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it like counts as a logo, but like I like the neon shit, like the fucking like the whole like bubble fonts and shit like that. I don't know why those are so funny to me. Like I fuck with those.
The contrast is sick, like you hear that heavy freaking music and it's all beautiful,
yeah, like cute fucking like
pink and like blue, and it's just like I like that too. It's cool.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Do you have other?
I had to ask about the fit check videos.
Oh my god, that's an inside joke. Fuck. So like, during the whole time I was like really into screamo. I was like, I don't know, want to say like I was kind of like known on like TikTok and shit for like showing off like my outfits to like screamo songs and shit like that. Like, but then people would recognize me like shows and shit. Like, are you the guy who did like fit checks? And I was like, yes. But
I take it you're not doing them anymore from the reactions you have.
No, okay. I got banned. So.
I won't even ask about that one.
No, I wasn't bad. They thought TikTok I was like 13, but I don't have an ID or anything. So I was like, fuck. Can't like appeal it. Yeah,
dude, you would feel better seeing what was the trend during MySpace and what we all did, in terms of like pictures, video. It was,
we've both got some pretty questionable fits and
oh my god,
photos. Yeah,
dude, you should have seen me when I started getting a little bit into crunk music. It was bad. It was
a dark time for a lot of us. Yeah.
Yes. It was bad. My broken side phase was very bad. I just want to say that.
All right, let's do two last ones here. I got, will the taser be there Saturday is the real question.
Oh my God.
What's the story behind the taser?
Dude, Alex from Kip Dynamite, and he fucking bought a pink taser and fucking is tasing, and he's like, I'm gonna tase every band, bro. Like, I'm gonna get, and he just fucking tases. And it's like, we'll like fight over the taser and shit. Yeah. It's not that bad.
It's like supposed to be fun. Like, like we'll record it and it's like a compilation of everyone getting tased.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
What? did that video ever come out?
No, it's still in the works.
Okay. So when it does come out, please remember to send it to us. I want to see this. I want to see it specifically, please.
It's giving me Jackass vibes,
It's just like it's a different reaction for like everyone. Someone will be like, "Ow," or someone will be like "Fucking stop, dude! Fuck away from me!" Like, freak out. It's just like it's like different for everyone. That's what makes it funny. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so last one here. Ask about Genko Wednesdays.
Those are the fucking
People are out for you tonight.
the fucking the fit check shit. I had like I like blew up on like Instagram Reels because like I did like a funny video with my my fucking Jinkos that I had, and yeah, so that was funny too.
So it became a thing, the Genko Wednesdays. That was like a video you put out on Wednesdays.
No, I just like one time I had to like it's Jinko Wednesday.
Wow.
But yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome, man. Well, dude, guys, thank you guys so much for,
It was
for doing
amazing,
this.
dude.
This was really, really fun.
Dude.
Yeah, I was talking to you guys a little bit about this off stream, but I think it's really cool to be able to talk to you guys right now because it's still the very early stages of the band. And, you know, as much as we love covering, you know, all the bands from the MySpace era and stuff like that and getting to talk to them about the history of the band in the early days, I think it's equally as cool to talk to some of the newer bands and to get, you know, to get those interviews out now and to kind of get some backstory for these bands so that, you know, who knows, in another 10 years, people will have something to refer to in terms of how you guys started and stuff like that. So I just want to thank you guys for taking part in this. This was really, really cool.
And we're going to follow what you guys are doing because as I said, like we're both really stoked. We're both truly like fans of what you're doing. So expect your music to be featured both of my channel and my page and everything. But as I said, we're going to follow your progress. And as you're doing stuff, it would be great to reinvite you because like if it's not my favorite, it's like one of my favorite stream ever. I don't want to talk for both of us, but it was just like cool, super sick. Like I love the vibe and everything. So we're gonna keep in touch for sure.
Fuck yeah,
dude,
fucking thank you for having us on. Dude.
Yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure. Oh, last question though. Merch. Like I didn't see if you guys had.
Everyone's asking merch. You guys got to get the merch done, guys. You guys are missing out on some money right now. Come on, when is it coming?
Fucking we're gonna have a little like for the Brutal Fest. We're gonna have a shit ton of shirts for that. I think. So we should have some shirts for that, and as for like an online drop, we're gonna have that with like Life is Hard pretty soon.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll have some online shit.
He's been in chat all night, so shout out Life is Hard.
Yeah, we should have some shit with him. But yeah.
Hey, cool. I wanted to ask for myself as well, so I was
dude, thank you.
Perfect. Amazing.
Cool, man. Well, cool. So,
all right.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll let you guys go, but we'll keep in touch for sure. All right.
Dude, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Hell yeah.